Welcome to Diaries. How have you been? How's work? I've been doing good. I've been working and I've been having a blast. I'm sorry I'm talking like this. I just can't wait to continue because this particular episode is one of my favorites. I'm going to enjoy today, trust me, and I hope you will too. Before I even go into anything, you know, everybody now is a fashionista, a blogger, everybody feels that they have an opinion about how people should look. So before you start to judge me and my dress and what you're seeing, let me just explain something to you now before you guys go on, okay? This dress was a gift from a wonderful guy. He is the youngest man in my life. He is 6 years old. He is so sweet. He went shopping. He went to buy clothes for himself, and he picked this out, brought it to me and said, will you wear this for your diary? I said, yes, I would. And he said, promise. And I said, okay, I promise. Now, I'm not in the habit of breaking my promise to anybody, especially a young, sweet man like that. I call him a man, okay? So I promised, and here it is. I'm proud to wear this, my cartoon dress, okay, superhero, that's me. Okay, so today, I was talking about the real meaning of a word that everybody from West Africa, we all know this word, Ajebutter. Now, warning, if you're not from West Africa and you don't know the meaning of the word Ajebutter, this is your chance to start making friends from West Africa so they can explain this particular episode to you. Now, for those of us that know what Ajebo is, you know Ajebo is short form of Ajebutter. For so many years, people have been deceived. They've been telling us that, oh, to be an Ajebutter, your father must have money, you must be rich, you must go to a private school, you know, you must have 10 cars, you must be this and that, everything is cash, cash, cash. And people just felt, okay, because my father doesn't have that much money, or he's just an average man, or we don't have more than 2 cars, or we just live in a, you know, an ordinary house, we're not Ajebutters. The Ajebutters are, no. Because you live in, if you're in Lagos, if you live in Old Ikoyi or VI or whatever, you feel you're an Ajebutter. Or if you live in Benin, like I did growing up, if you don't live in GRA, you're not an Ajebutter. Lies, like Tamar Braxton would say, lies, lies, lies. Okay, this is a lie. Now, Ajebutter means a lifestyle. It has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with how much money your father has in his account. It is a lifestyle and it's a mental thing. It is a kind of mentality, a rich man's mentality, not necessarily meaning that you have millions and millions in your pocket. So I wrote a few things down that I'm going to share with you so that anybody that comes to you to tell you, oh, you know, we grew up as Ajebutters, just tell them, excuse me, I also grew up as an Ajebutter as well. Whether your father was a minister or had more money than my father, it doesn't mean that you're more of an Ajebutter than I am. So here it goes. This is who Ajebutters are. First of all, the types of movies that we watch. Very different. Because your father can have money, because then we used to watch Betamax. For those of you who know what Betamax is, we used to watch Betamax, then he moved to VHS. From VHS, then he started moving to CD or VCD, whatever they call it. And then before, we now started seeing DVDs and all that. So we started with Betamax. And if you call yourself an Ajebutter, and you didn't watch films like 7 Brides for 7 Brothers, you didn't watch films like Hello, Dolly, you didn't watch films like You Only Live Twice, or Play Misty for Me, the old Clint Eastwood movies, you didn't watch those kind of films. Sorry, you're not an Ajebutter. Trust me, you can fight me all you want, but I'm telling you, if you didn't watch the films of those times, all them Florence Nightingale movies, you haven't seen them, oh, I'm really sorry. If you didn't listen to songs, because you know, then our fathers will have money and then they will buy the local ones. Yes, the local champions who were making money, those musicians, our fathers would buy, you know, this turntable, we all had them. Now we call them their records and all that. And then you will have all the local ones. But if you're a real Ajebutter and your parents are exposed, whether they are rich or not, as long as in your house, you have CDs, you have turntables and records from Mighty Diamonds, you have Betty Wright, you have Roberta Flack, you have Neil Diamond, you have Bonnie M, you have ABBA, and so on. Then you have Tina Charles. If you don't know who Tina Charles is, go on YouTube, go to YouTube and you know who Tina Charles is. Those are the kind of songs and music that we used to listen to, those of us Ajebutters, trust me. If you don't know who these people are, rethink your Ajebutter status right now. Yes, I am having fun. Then, when it came to birthday parties, Your father can have so much money and then invite the whole world, and then you all just be there eating, drinking, and they'll do chair dance, and then they'll give gifts, plenty of gifts. If you are an Ajebutter and you did not change your birthday outfit 2 or 3 times, I'm sorry. Think about your status again. And then the creative kind of things that go on in your party, your parents must be exposed, they must have traveled. They don't have to be extremely wealthy, they must have traveled to see what kids enjoy as birthday parties, and the choice of music. They don't, and then you don't get to play old adult songs, because that's what a lot of people used to do because they had money. They'll play songs that children have no business listening to and say, oh, we are rich. No. Parents knew the kind of songs to listen to, and they will import records and turntables. They will import it because they know the importance of it, and you dance to appropriate music. You must change. If you're a girl, your hairstyle and your ribbons, your ribbon, if your ribbon doesn't go with your dress, I'm sorry, you have a problem. You were not an Ajebutter. And then if you don't do your 2 ponytails, I'm sorry. Your headband, your Alice band, if you didn't have Alice band and called it Alice band that has studs, problem. Okay, moving on. You remember when we were in school and they'll tell you, oh, we have 12 subjects. And those subjects, you need your notebooks, you know, and all that. And your father comes, he has money so he can buy all your notebooks. Then he'll buy 12, or at least maybe 14 notebooks. So if one finishes, you can have extra. Then he'll tell you, no, if it gets finished, I'll buy more. Then you go, you tell him, oh, I bought my, because some people who couldn't afford it, they will buy like 4 notebooks and they will use 1 notebook to do 5 subjects. We know that one, you know, tough times, yeah. But some people who had rich parents, they will buy all 12, even add 3 or 4 more, because their fathers had the money to afford that, you know, they could buy that, and then you go and feel cool, I have it. That's not an Ajebutter. An Ajebutter is a person whose father's mentality will tell you, I will buy in bulk. Your father must be able to buy dozens in packs of notebooks so that you don't have to keep buying again and buying again. Because, you know, one thing we have to remember is that having money doesn't mean that your mental state is financially free. No. Some people have plenty of money. They want to spend it for you to see. They spend it. But the people that are Ajebutters from generation to generation, their mentality tells them, look, I may not have all the money in the world, but I will make sure that in my home we have comfort and we have style. I will not let my child go back and forth to buy notebooks. Oh, it's finished. Oh, take money, go and buy. Oh, take money. No, 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 no. I will buy it in bulk, just the way you do food. You buy in bulk. Then the little perishables you can, you know, buy from time to time, but bulk shopping, that's when you know that you're in an Ajebutter family. Then also in school. You know, back home where we're coming from, it's not like America, where even when you're in public school, school bus facility is free to go to school, to come back from school. In West Africa, you want to enter school bus if your school has school bus. That's if you have the privilege of being in a private school and there's school bus, you must pay for it through your nose. But you see, people actually thought that when your father can afford to pay for your school bus, that, you know, you're an Ajebutter, so you all enter the school bus with your bags and you start looking through the window at those that can't afford it. You start waving for them to see that, you know, you can afford to be in the school bus, and you start having fun, you know, you feel cool. That is not an Ajebutter. An Ajebutter is the one that his father or his mother can leave work and come and pick him from school. They can drop you in the morning, go to their office, come back and pick you from school themselves with a nice car looking good. They don't have to be extremely wealthy. You know why that person is an Ajebutter? Because for his father or his mother to be able to take time off work every day, it means that father or the mother is either the owner of the business or the manager that can leave work anytime they want. That is an Ajebutter. It's not school bus, it's not just driver, because your father can be in the office working under 50 people and he might be able to afford a driver or beg his brother or somebody to come and pick you. That's different. But when it's your father or your mother that drives to your school every day to pick you from school, you are an Ajebutter. Yes, moving on. Christmas Day. You know how we used to do in Christmas Day in West Africa, especially in Nigeria, where children dress up and then they walk from house to house, because you know that some homes will cook rice and everything, chicken, and they give you drinks and sweets and all of that. Just the way they do Halloween here. For us, Christmas, then you walk from place to place and all that. Well, if you're an Ajebutter, the children would love to come to your house. People that had money, they didn't want people to come to their house because they saw them as, peasants. They can't be around us. No. They lock their gates and there's a security guard. No, those people are afraid. They have poverty mentality but physical cash, trust me. But if you're a real Ajebutter, your doors are open. You're not afraid of anybody and you're not afraid that you will run out of food on Christmas Day. You are the one that's sitting in the house looking all fly and other people are coming to take food and candy from your house because your father just brought in a whole box of the kind of sweets that they have not seen before. You, my dear, are an Ajebutter. Don't let anybody fool you. Video games. Did you have video games in your house? Or did you have to go somewhere else to watch video games? Did your father leave the video game for everybody to see? Because some rich folks, they buy all these things and they lock them up. Because, I don't want them to get spoiled, No. If you're an Ajebutter, your father will leave everything out for you to play with whenever you wanted to play because he was not afraid. Remember, everything that I'm saying is not just about being an Ajebutter. It's for you to recognize that to have a lifestyle of affluence, it's in the mind. It's the mentality of the person and how you choose to live. Okay, now let's talk about dress code. Now, some people can have money and not know exactly what to buy that's right, because not everything that's expensive or that's designer that works for you, that's good. So you can buy whatever you want, but you know what? A lot of rich folks just feel, because I have a lot of money, I will buy expensive things, but I'll buy plenty so that all my children can have it. No. If you're an Ajebutter, it means that you don't dress the same as your siblings. Because the moment you start to wear the same kind of things that your siblings are wearing, it means that your parents went and did mass production. They went to a place where they do mass production and bought factory clothes or factory rejects, like they call it. So the beauty of being an Ajebutter is that every child has his or her own style. And whatever it is that you're wearing is tastefully put together. It's not about how much you're spending. It's how well you can put it together, how stylish you are. And you can learn style only from parents that are exposed and older siblings who have traveled. Now remember, I always say it doesn't mean that you are so wealthy. Even when you're in an average home, style counts. I moved to nannies. As an Ajebutter, you must know how many nannies, you can't even remember all of them, but how many nannies did you have growing up? And you must have favorites that really, really loved you. And you know that when you have a good home with style and your family, people live well, you're happy, everything is going well, people that come to work for you, they don't want to leave, they want to stay with you. So definitely you will have favorites, or you must remember growing up somebody that really took care of you that you really, really liked. Ajebutter, yes, check. Feeding. In an Ajebutter home, every child can decide, I want to eat this, I don't want to eat what my sibling is eating. Because your parents know that variety must be in the house, the different types of food. You must have cereal, because some people, they have all the money in the world to buy plenty meat, big fat chicken, turkey, and they're eating the same things. They're eating the same local things. But in an exposed home, in an Ajebutter home, you have cereal, you have pasta, you have gravy, you have lasagna, you have different things because your parents know about these things. It is a part of their lifestyle. It's not just about the money, it's what you do with the money. So for those of you out there who feel, I grew up as an Ajebutter because my father had so much money, we lived in the best areas. No, I'm sorry. Consider those people rich man's children. Some of them are spoiled, some are not. But that really is not what qualifies you to be an Ajebutter. Some of the people who didn't have extremely wealthy parents, but had class, had taste, and had a lifestyle that was impeccable, and their mentality was not poverty mentality. It was, there's money, but it's not so important because we can do whatever we want to do with it. It comes, it goes, hey. But when it's here, we know exactly what to do with it. That's very tasteful. That is an Ajebutter home. I hope you had fun. I had a blast today. And remember, it's not who people say you are, it's who God says you are. See you soon.
Undiluted with Stella Damasus every Monday on i2radio.net.